Hey guys, this is Drew from ZP Reviews. It's a long time no see. Sorry, I've been very busy. I've been working on my agency and working with my clients. It's been a whirlwind. I've definitely had a lot of fun. I've learned a lot, and I wanted to update the channel and give you guys another video that I thought would be valuable to you. And it's kind of a continuation of a previous video that I did last year that I think you guys will really appreciate. And let's just get it right into it. So I wanted to talk about one of the key concepts that separates business owners and workers, and something that you guys have to think about, because I have a couple people that are constantly talking to me and I'm giving advice to, and I've noticed, this is a common trend, and it's one of the hardest things to get yourself out of worker mentality. And what it is understanding leverage. Now, you might, when most people think leverage, you think, oh, well, I'll get a loan from the bank, and it's like you have money and you can do a lot of things with money, right? Obviously it's great, but what do we know about why many small businesses fail? They start with this grandiose idea, right, that costs a lot of money. They go to the bank, they say, oh, I need 100,000, I need 200,000, and then they misappropriate the money, and then they get nothing out of it. Now, why do we like Amazon? It was low budget. You can learn. Even if you're not going to be a seven-figure seller, you're not going to do big things with it, you can learn with Amazon. These are simpler businesses that don't require the same money. But let's talk about leverage and why people misunderstand it. So firstly, let's break it out into separate things. So obviously, we know about money leverage, right? You can take someone else's money and do something with it and then pay them back with interest, or an equity, or there's other ways, right? That's a simple one. Another one is system leverage, right? I talk about using things like Feedback Whiz so that you can automate your reviews, or Helium 10 so that you can give yourself assistance product researching. You could easily do it yourself, but you utilize the system. You leverage the system because you want to work smarter, not harder. Now, what's next? We'll say marketing leverage, right? So YouTube, I'm using YouTube right now. It's a form of marketing leverage. By putting my video out here, I'm getting my message to more people all the time with only doing one video, right? So that's the beauty of it. Same thing with, say, a Facebook ad. You can make one ad and it can be seen by thousands. So let's get to the last one, and the most important one, and why you guys need to start thinking about this, is time leverage. Now, why am I saying that this is the most important one? Well, why'd you get into business? Was it just for money? Because if that's it, you probably are doing it wrong. But if you got in for the right reason, which I think most people do, is freedom, personal freedom, the ability to be with one's family, do what you want, that involves freeing up your time. So how can you do this with small business, any business? And that's taking your money and then paying for someone else's time. Now, most people won't even broach this early on because it's expensive. When you think of paying someone, you think, if most of my viewers, I want to say, are from the United States or United Kingdom, it's expensive to hire people. So you just don't even think about it. You go and you watch a video like mine, or you watch another guy and they tell you, okay, this is how you do it, and this is how you do this, and this is how you do that. And what you're going to find out really fast is that you traded one job for another. And that sucks. No one wants that. You shouldn't want that. I don't. And that's ultimately, Sioma only exists because I learned how to leverage other people's time for, the benefit. And, it boils down to, can you look at your business and ask yourself, am I really the best one to do X, Y, or Z? You might be really good at one thing, but you might realize early on that, hey, it takes a lot of time, energy, resources to just get proficient at some of these tasks. So what I wanted to share with you guys, and I shared with you earlier, is how we first started leveraging time. And it was through VAs, remote workers, people that can handle some of these tasks that either we're not competent in or we just don't even have time for. And you can't look at it as a dirty thing, because it goes back to a first principles issue, right? The lemonade stand. Everyone knows, okay, that's one of the easiest ways that you can explain capitalism to a kid. But what if I were to create a new story? right? Imagine this new story. You have Susie and you have Josie, right? So Susie, she does it like normal. She pays $20 and she's got, lemons, water, cups, ice, sugar, and she starts her stand and she can make 100 cups and she sells it for $2 a pop, so she makes 200. And Josie, she does something a little different. She gets the same $20 investment, but maybe she knows that she has to be out there for 4 hours to sell the 200 or the 100 cups. She says, well, I'm gonna talk to my friend Beth and pay her $10 an hour, right? So now she spent 60 and she ends up with $140 profit. But what's the difference in these two scenarios? What happens when they come back the next day? Susie has to be there. Josie doesn't. Josie can go and build another lemonade stand and another one and another one. By taking less profits and freeing up her time, the true value isn't in exchanging the money or doing the task. It's in having the idea to begin with, to come to the market to begin with. Like most people, like I see in the Amazon groups I'm a part of, they complain all day about Chinese sellers. They do this, they do that. Do you know what the one thing they do better than anyone else is? They don't waste time. They leverage whatever they need to, get to the market as quickly as they can, and they seize the opportunity even if it's good or bad. And then they'll find out, oh, if it failed, well, then they learn something, and then they move on to the next one. They're not even thinking about it. And I just feel like there's so many, people, maybe it's my audience, maybe it's anyone that comes across this, you're going to realize, like, it's frustrating when you're doing it all yourself, and you just get burnt out. And then you end up with emotional problems that you still had while you're working, and they've just migrated over. It's like the shadow over your back. I got to do the best job. And it's even worse because you're, whatever you're selling, whether it's Amazon or anything else, you're watching, and if you're not doing a good job, say you didn't do the best job explaining your product, and then you end up with 1-star reviews because you just didn't explain it well. Well, someone who does it for a living that you could have paid might have covered that for you. And you might have taken less money, but you would have made more money in the long run and spend more time on what's important, which is the ideation, creating these systems, creating these processes, and then leveraging your money, leveraging other people's time, leveraging systems, leveraging marketing to make it run. So I needed to go ahead and tell you that. And I just want to show you one of the little secrets that I found, because I think a lot of people have used things like Upwork and Fiverr, and it's hit or miss, and it's different. Like, people talk about the gig economy. I never liked the idea of just hiring one contractor and then being done with it. I really wanted to just have people that answered to me and that I could train and build within my own system that I was creating. So, and I want to show that to you today. Well, again. So let's switch to it, and it is onlinejobs.ph. And you might be wondering, what? Filipino? Let me tell you why. And I'm sure many of you, your emails are getting just blown up, but many foreign countries, many of them, they know English. But the Philippines has been a territory or a commonwealth of like the United States or Spain for a very long time. In their culture, this is why it's critical, they learn English like in kindergarten. They speak it fluently, and even more so, they can write it fluently. They can program. They can do so many things that you have to jump through hoops with other foreign countries. And why is the Philippines like amazing, especially for Amazon or say you're affiliate marketing, or maybe you're like me, you've moved to agency services as well, is that they are learning these skills in school now, and you can get a hold of them, and the rates that you pay range anywhere from $2 an hour to maybe $6. And I'll tell you, for some of the things, like, what was hard last year is I wanted to learn how to build websites. This is before the agency. And I ended up hiring somebody using online jobs that not only helped me build the site, but was really the catalyst for teaching me everything I needed to know, within the space. And it honestly gave me the opportunity to do the agency, because had I not made this jump, I wouldn't. Originally I just had him running our Facebook ads and creating, offers and funnels and some of the things I've talked about in other videos. But it allowed me to work, I was still at work, but still get the value of, my money. And I had a person, and he ended up going to another company. Obviously he moved up. He's trying to learn, and that's a thing with hiring. But instead of having somebody that just did one job, I had someone that grew with me for months, and it was one of the best experiences. And it was surreal because I never had communication issues, and this was something that I wasn't even expecting, and I just took a chance. So let me just show you the site because it's very simple. It's really awesome. Obviously, everyone on the owner side, we're not going to be posting a job, but there is literally VAs for almost everything. And I've actually spoken to a couple people in the local area here in North Carolina that are actually coming on to this. I had coffee, and she was like, I'm going to hire like 50 because I can create a business out of just this. And frankly, that is what they're doing. And look, say, what's the most common problem with Amazon? What is it? My PPC stinks. By the way, Trizon tools. Let's just say Amazon PPC, and let's just see what they got. So go and check this, and I you will find people, and this is one of the neat things about this profile, is that they're going to rate them based on how well they speak English, their backstory. We've got this job's a government ID, right? So if you're one of those people that you're not trustworthy, right? They're taking a test. They're doing the work for you to vet the people who come on. So it's like a ZipRecruiter, but in the Philippines. And when you look at how much it costs, we're talking $679 a month, $485 a month. Some of you guys, like I talked to one guy, he's got like $10,000 a month in PPC spend. You're telling me that you can spend that to take it completely off your deck? Crazy. And you literally can send, put a job listing out, right? And they'll come to you. Or you could just reach out this way. And it's amazing because, when we first went in, we were just thinking, well, what do I got to learn? Let me go down all the little video lists that I need to learn ClickFunnels. I need to learn how to do the PPC myself. I need to learn everything. Why do that? Why not hire someone? Say, like I have my board in the background, right? I always say, write down what you need. Draw boxes, and say, okay, so this is, say, we'll use Amazon. You're going to be sourcing. You're going to spend time researching on Alibaba or wherever you're sourcing products from. You're going to be spending time there. You could have a person just do that. Say you're at that level. You could do anything you want. And once you look at your boxes and you say, okay, well, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm good at this. Well, maybe you're not. Maybe you're only really good at one of these things, and the other two are actually holding you back. And what I say to you is consider it, because we had such an amazing experience with this site, and I can't be happier. I still talk with my first worker. I now have, I'm going to say that we're up to like 30 remote workers, but I've got a whole little team. And all it took was just take the chance. I mean, I did it at work. Though I know there was one guy on my list that's an engineer. You work with managers and specialists and the operators. Listen, it's no different. You just have to be mature enough to guide everyone and trust them to do a good job. But once you start leveraging time, leveraging money, systems, your business runs on its own. This cannot happen if you're the one with all the hats. And so I encourage you guys to really consider this, So like, I think I still have my first, let me see if I can find it without like giving away like everything about me. But I had a, yeah, here we go. This was my original application. And he paid $200 a month. $200 a month is absurd. But he took it, and I ended up giving, once I was, really confident, he started picking things up. It was worth our money and our time to train him, give him more money. He just started picking it up, and he was a young guy. I ended up getting a guy that was like 19, but he was witty, he was quick, and it was as simple as putting out a job description. And I ended up getting, I think back then, this would have been last year, forgive me, it was a long time that I've seen it, see June 7, 2018, but I tell you what, I ended up having, I think we had like 6 interviews, but it wasn't bad. And I mean, there's a couple where they weren't really ready, you know, the English wasn't as good, but where else? Like if I go to Fiverr, you're not going to get anything like that. Not at all. It's all contract based, and you know, maybe that's right. You know, if it's just you're getting just graphics or something, or you're doing a one-time thing, then maybe Fiverr's right. But I'll tell you, if you're in an ongoing business, this is the key thing. If you're in an ongoing business, but you're finding yourself, you do everything, and this is what one of my peers does, and I finally convinced him to leverage, you know, just getting VAs. Just do it. Take the jump, because you cannot be a business owner and not hire anyone. I mean, there are many automations, and trust me, I swear by them, but there is a certain satisfaction that you'll get when you take something that you hate and take it off your plate and pay someone else to do it, and it gets done. It's just one of the best feelings in the world. And honestly, like, because of the systems that I put together, right, we're able to have CMO consulting. I'm able to run Amazon. I'm able to run even this, right? This whole thing, this affiliate marketing, I'm able to because I've leveraged systems, money, time, marketing. I'm hitting them all. And if you're not hitting all of them, consider it. Maybe instead of learning how to do everything yourself, you need to learn more about leverage and learn how to get more done with less by using your money. Because what is it? Capitalism. Capital is king. Don't forget it. Here. That said, I just wanted to show you this because this is my favorite. Now, there are other sites out here that do similar things, but this one I prefer the best because one of the other neat things that they have, and not others will, is they'll actually guide you on how to be a better manager and boss. And because you get some of these things, right, you get these easy guides. I think this isn't super expensive, honestly. And the best part is you can turn this on, hire who you want, and then turn it off. It works almost exactly the same as ZipRecruiter, and it is great. And I'll tell you, I just spent some time reading, learning, and then when I, proposed my position, I was able to to do it without a hitch. And if you're wondering about like legal, technically, I just did my taxes. I wrote this off as contractors, and it's totally flies. I think once you get to certain amounts of money, you start having to explain exactly what it is. But my partner would be better, but he's not here right now. He's busy. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show you this because this is one of the few. This is one of the few platforms that I feel does an absolutely amazing job just in what they're doing. And you'll really get, how can I put it? They'll hold your hand for the most part. And one of the neat things is, now I didn't necessarily do this, but maybe you guys will find it valuable, but they will do, when you pay for their premium service, they'll do background checks on your behalf, and then they'll actually get middleman coaches for you. So say you're not able to really stay on top of the workers and make sure things are moving, you can actually get them to be your checkups for you, freeing up even more time. So it's and honestly for me, that I have to do that now. So like on what with my guys, I have a guy over the guys, you know what I mean? And I just talk to them, and then maybe monthly, and that's not even monthly, I'll talk with people on the lower level, but that's what it is. I'm an executive. I'm not, you know what I mean? As an owner, you're not the worker. You're not even the manager. Managers are overseers, right? Leaders are your executive, and that's how you guys got to look at your business. So I just wanted to show this to you, and I gotta tell you, I'm so sorry that I haven't been here more often. I trust me when I say this. I've just been very busy. I'm definitely going to try to do some more videos because there's definitely some topics that I'd like to approach. And I want to kind of get ZP Reviews away from just being only Amazon, because I've learned so much in business. Now, don't get me wrong, Amazon is still killing it. You can definitely make great money there, and it's wonderful. But honestly, after the ClickFunnels experiment, when I first got into that, I just started seeing all the things I could do, and I know so many other owners now, that there's just opportunities just everywhere. So yeah, definitely start thinking about leverage. If you're in the boat where you know that you have a job that you could pass off, definitely go check out Online Jobs. I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, so thank you for your time, guys. Once again, this is Drew from ZP Reviews, and if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. And if there's questions that you have that weren't answered in this video, be sure to comment below, and I'll see you guys later.